My name's Corey, and I'm an addict and an alcoholic. And a while ago, there was this kid in the program. I was already out in sober living, but there was this kid in the program. His name was Cody. I can't tell you his last name for anonymous reasons, right? But his name was Cody. And I'm not the happiest person all the time, but this kid was. And he was always excited to see me and happy to talk to me. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? Like, I'm over here fucking furious, and he keeps coming over here and talking to me. And I didn't understand it, but it's because he said that he learned a lot from me, you know? And one thing that he brought up, which I don't even really remember talking about it, but it's smiling. And he's right. Like, putting a smile on your face tricks your brain sometimes to make you think you're in a happy mood. If you don't believe me, try it sometime. And smiles are contagious, man. Like, happiness is contagious. Negativity is too, but those positive feelings are contagious, you know? And I'm grateful that he reminded me of that. You know, because even when I'm in a bad mood, I try not to bring other people down with me anymore. But it used to be when I was mad, man, I'd make everybody's day hell. I'd swear at people, cuss people out, you know, and that's not the right way to deal with things. You know, even if I'm angry at the world, I'm still kind of grateful that I'm here. You know, and I think the reason why I'm grateful that I'm here is because I have an opportunity to help people. Like, I think the reason people like hearing me talk sometimes is because of how shitty my life was. You know, and when they'd be in the program and hear it, and if they're like, man, I don't think I can do this, I'll tell them some story that was super fucked up. You know, and that would end up staying. So a lot of people like hearing me talk because my stories are way worse than theirs, and they're like, well, at least I'm not that guy. You know, and that's okay. That's why I tell my stories. You know, because if I can get this shit, I mean, I relapsed. Who hasn't, really? But if I can get this, anybody can get this. You know, it's as simple as not picking anything up. You're in recovery, the only thing you should pick up is either your key tag or your chip. Other than that, leave the pipes and the bottles alone. It's like I said in previous videos, man, it might be fun at first, but the only place it's gonna end you up at is misery. You know, and right now, I'm not miserable, but I am suffering from a little bit of a lot of depression. My life seems like it's falling apart. But in the midst of my life feeling like it's falling apart, and in the midst of me wanting to use or go get drunk, I know that I'm not going to. Because that'll just make me a little bit more miserable than I am now. I'm not miserable, but that's where it goes back to, like, honest to God's truth. And I've had so many bad days that I don't want any more of them, especially ones I can remember. You know, in the street it was easy because I didn't remember anything. It was everybody else telling me what I did. You know, yeah, that could be true. That could be true. That could be true. There's even people that come into the program now like, hey, man, I remember you from the street. You remember the time you did this? Nah, bro, I was probably drunk. I don't even remember who you are. I was drunk all day, every day. You know, the worst it got, I was drinking half a gallon of vodka throughout the day, and then I wake up in the middle of the night at some point and then drink a fifth of vodka until the next morning. You know, and I spent so many years forgetting. But now that I'm in recovery and I'm sober, I have memories that I actually want to remember, and I'm grateful for that. One of the coolest things I ever did was at this Narcotics Anonymous talent show thing. Super dope. I got up there and I was singing auction. So the lady in the second row, she's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10. I know she's got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Right? I can't sing for shit, but I tell you what, everybody in there was clapping and dancing and stuff, and that feels good. It's good to have a crowd around me that enjoy what I'm doing versus having a crowd around me of people who are trying to steal and people that I'm trying to fight. You know, I don't want to be around that kind of shit anymore. I want a nice, smooth life. Even though I know life goes up and down, I want a smooth one. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to be right in the middle. And as long as I stay in recovery and I'm not digressing, I'm progressing, whatever it is. Anyways, my name's Corey. I'm an alcoholic. Thanks for listening.